What's going on, guys? It is May. Bass fishing is in full swing no matter where you're at across the country. And today we're just gonna go over 5 different baits that I think are must-haves to have in the boat with you, whether you're bass fishing up in the north half of the country, the south half of the country. These apply to you no matter where you're at, so let's get into it. So to start, let's talk about the chatterbait. This is obviously a fish catching machine, has been for a long time now. This is one of those baits, especially around our neck of the woods in May time. It really shines in places where the grass is just starting to grow up. A lot of those fish really gravitate towards that green, fresh grass, especially post-spawn. This bait really plays. It's also nice when, if it's kind of a junky post-spawn, it's not too great. This is good for cover and water, but I know it's gonna get bit. This is one of those baits where I just have the confidence of, if I get this in front of one, he's gonna chew on this thing. So having a handful of different chatterbaits. This is that time of year where shad spawns start to become a big deal, especially in the southern half of the country. Having a white chatterbait covering water, it's good there. But having those darker colors for up north, targeting bass that are eating bluegill, that's the beauty of this bait. It's very versatile no matter where you're at in the country. Having just a handful of different colors, you can really represent a lot of different bait fish. And again, just a fish catching machine. Having couple different kinds of trailers, some Swimbait trailers, some straight tail trailers. They all have their time and place and how it makes that bait work. And it's up to personal preference too. But having a handful of different trailers, some 3/8 ounce and some 1/2 ounce chatterbaits, it's gonna get you covered in a lot of scenarios. So next up, let's talk about straight tail worms. I'm really gonna go for these in pre-spawn situations and post-spawn situations. One thing that's awesome about a straight tail worm, obviously the versatility. My 2 biggest things that first come to mind, a Nico and a drop shot. For pre-spawn bass that are hanging onto structure, it's a killer. Same with post-spawn bass, same thing. When it's kind of grimy, you just really need a bite. There's something about fishing stumps, rocks, with a Nico, with a drop shot. It just gets a lot of bites. And again, it's one of those things that's really easy to fish. Everyone has the components for Nicos, drop shots in the boat. And again, it catches tons of fish. Pre-spawn, post-spawn, gotta have a straight tail worm. Next up, let's go over minnow style baits. This is another one, again, pre-spawn and post-spawn is what comes to mind. Up in the north half of the country, cold water smallmouth, it is a killer. Putting a minnow on a light head, something that just has a real subtle action to it. Really, really good when ice is out or just cold water situations. They're grouped up, they're kind of sluggish. Slow rolling, a minnow by them is an awesome presentation. But again, on the other half of things, talking about post-spawn situation, a minnow bait has really started to shine. We've seen it the past couple of years, specifically with fry garters, fish that are hanging around stumps. Again, those post-spawn situations. A minnow bait is something where I just think it's just an easy snack for them. I think that's why it's so good. It's such a natural presentation, whether you're in the north trying to imitate shiners, different minnows, or you're down south imitating shad. Again, one of those baits across the country. It just works, flat out works. Pre-spawn and post-spawn, gonna want those in the boat in the month of May. And next in the lineup, we've got fuzzy baits. These baits really come to mind in the spawn and in the post-spawn. There's something about the fuzzy baits, just that movement around a fish's bed. It absolutely drives them nuts. Having just a little fuzzy bait just right in their face. Really good bait when they're on bed. Same with post-spawn. Again, fry guarding fish, whether it's the fuzzy TRD like this, a koiki, different fuzzy baits, something to those baits that just drives bass nuts, especially that time of year. There's just something to it. So having fuzzy baits is definitely a must. And lastly, the good old craw. Again, another one of those baits where everybody's got them, but make sure that they're in the boat for the month of May. Again, this super versatile bait, whether it's pre-spawn, spawn, post-spawn, they're gonna shine. They're gonna have their time and place. Pre-spawn, dragging this on a jig really slow around spawning areas works really well. And then in the spawn, putting this on a Texas rig, getting a bright white, a bright color that you can see. And then post-spawn, again, a craw works really well as a chatterbait trailer, trying to slow a chatterbait down. All that drag on the back of the bait works well on a chatterbait. It's a really good trailer, or straight up flipping up shallow if you're a guy down south. Again, kind of going back towards a shad spawn, flipping a white craw, or if you're out in Texas, flipping up in the bushes when the water gets high. Craws have a ton of different uses. So that's why you need to have a couple packs of them in the boat. So there's a rundown of 5 of what I would consider to be must-have baits fishing in the month of May. I know that there's some baits, a lot of baits out there that I missed. Let us know in the comments what you guys think are some must-haves, what you guys have been catching them on in the month of May. Be sure to check in next month for another look at some must-have baits for the month of June.